Alright, so next project is going to be a mailbox. I know it all looks yellow out here, but it's really just the light. But I think it's going to work out really good. It's got a real solid, probably a good 10-inch base on it. It's got some really neat branches that we had cut off. A lot of grooves. And then it has the arm that it's going to be that one that will run a board across, and that's where the mailbox will be. But it should work out pretty darn good as far as burying it, you know, a foot and a half in. Alright, well I did the first sanding with the 80 grit, and I also used the Sawzall, and I recut all of these limb ends just to give them a fresh cut. And it looks pretty good. Trimmed off the top. There was some worm damage, you know, a little bit of bug damage there. I think it just adds character. Alright, next step will just be a 120 grit. I'm not going to do a 220 like I do my indoor. So I cut one of the branches, and that's where the board's going to go straight across for the mailbox. And then 42 inches is where they want the top of the mailbox to be, and that ends up being right at the tip of this branch. So that'll be level with the road. It isn't a ditch though, so I'm hoping that this will stay exposed. It is all sanded, trimmed, and ready for varnish. So the back will have that exposed. Some of it did turn out a little bit red, which is good. I mean, that's what I wanted. You can see it popping out right there. And this was the chunk that I cut off the bottom of it. I just love red cedar. Man, it is just beautiful, and it smells so good. I'm going to use something different this time. I'm going to use the spar urethane, and I'm going to use the oil-based. I know it comes in water-based too, but it's supposed to be really good for UV protection, mold, and mildew. And I'm doing a satin because I don't like glossy finishes. It goes on pretty thick, and I really don't want it to drip across the grain. So I'm putting a very light coat on. This is just the first coat. And I would have to say that of doing all this woodworking, this to me is the most fun part. So it is worth it. If I didn't think it was, I sure as heck wouldn't be doing it. But alright, so Mr. Capper has graciously agreed to dig me a hole right there in the next to the road to put our new mailbox in. Oh yeah, that's one beefy mailbox. That ain't gonna get knocked over too easy. Alright, so Mr. Capper's gonna fit it. See if we measured it right. Oh, okay, right there's our mark.
Pretty close. Now we just gotta measure this.
Ooh, looks good. It's ready for a bunch of checks. No bills, just checks. It's definitely sturdy. And we've never seen a snowplow on this road yet, but I'm sure with our luck, next winter it'll be the first time. But there we have it. Thank you, Mr. Capper, for helping put it in.